Why is it that we often find ourselves stuck in the rut of laziness when our dreams and goals are just within reach? It's a question that haunts many of us, isn't it? And it's not just about being physically inactive. It's the mental inertia that keeps us from moving forward, that stifles our creativity and ambition. We've got these marvelous dreams and goals that are just a stone's throw away, yet we're caught in this quicksand of lethargy, sinking instead of reaching out. It's an all too common human experience, we all face it. But here's an interesting perspective. Jocko Willink, a retired Navy SEAL and a beacon of discipline, once said, "Don't count on motivation, count on discipline." You see, motivation can be fleeting, ephemeral. It's discipline that's the steady, unwavering force. It's discipline that gets you up at 5 in the morning to work on your dreams. As Jocko Willink puts it, it's not about waiting for motivation, it's about discipline. That's where our first step to overcoming laziness begins. What might happen if we put a little effort into our dreams every day, regardless of how we feel? Picture this. You're a writer, and you've got this brilliant idea for a novel, but you're waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect surge of inspiration, to start. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and before you know it, that novel is still a figment of your imagination. Sound familiar? Well, here's a little secret from the world of successful people. Andy Frisella, a successful entrepreneur, once said, "You won't always be motivated, that's why you have to learn to be disciplined." This means that even when you're not feeling it, you've got to push through. Imagine if our writer friend had written just 1 page a day. That's not a lot, right? But in a year, that's a whopping 365 pages. That's a novel right there, birthed from the power of consistent effort. Now, this isn't about turning into a robot and working non-stop. It's about understanding that the journey towards our dreams isn't always going to be a joyride. There will be days when we don't feel like it. But it's on those days when we push through the resistance that we make the most progress. So don't wait for motivation to strike. Be disciplined. Take one small step towards your dream every day, because every step, however small, is a step forward. In the words of Andy Frisella, it's not about the motivation, it's about discipline. And that, my friends, is the secret sauce to success. But what if the journey gets tough and the road to success seems unbearable? That's a question we've all asked ourselves, right? The journey to success is seldom a walk in the park. It's more like a grueling marathon filled with hurdles and potholes. But guess what? It's during these challenging times that our true character is revealed, and our mettle is tested. Let's think about David Goggins' words for a moment. He says, "The only thing more contagious than a good attitude is a bad one." It's all about how we perceive and react to the challenges we face. Do we see them as insurmountable obstacles or stepping stones towards our goal? The struggle, the grind, the hustle, whatever you want to call it, it's all part of the process. And it's in embracing this struggle that we find our strength and resilience. It's through the sweat and the tears, the early mornings and late nights that we carve our path to success. The journey may be tough, the road may seem unbearable, but it's the attitude we carry that determines our outcome. It's in the face of adversity that we find the opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become better versions of ourselves. So the next time you find yourself in the midst of struggle, remember to embrace it. Don't run from it, don't hide from it. Stand tall, grit your teeth, and face it head on. Remember, as David Goggins says, your attitude can either become your biggest enemy or your greatest ally in your journey to success. What does it feel like when we finally overcome laziness and achieve what we've been working towards? Picture this. You've conquered laziness, you've pushed through the struggle, and now you're standing tall on the peak of success. It's an exhilarating feeling, isn't it? It's as if you've climbed a mountain, looking down at the journey you've taken, relishing the view from the top. That's the joy of success, the sweet fruit of your labor, and it is nothing short of glorious. Remember that feeling. Hold on to it. Why, you ask? Because it's the fuel that will drive you to keep going, to keep climbing, to keep conquering. In the words of the brilliant Les Brown, it's not over until you win. That means every day, every moment is an opportunity for success. It's a chance to show laziness who's boss, to demonstrate just how powerful you truly are. So, as Les Brown encourages us, keep pushing, keep striving. It's not over until you win.